How the war in Ukraine is shaping the global economy. The war in Ukraine has had far-reaching effects, not just politically and socially, but economically on a global scale. It's a story of shifting markets, energy crises, and how interconnected the world's economies truly are. Here's how the conflict has reshaped the global economy. Energy shockwaves. Ukraine and Russia are key players in global energy markets. Russia, as one of the largest exporters of natural gas and oil, has used energy as a geopolitical tool. The war led to sanctions on Russian energy exports, pushing Europe to scramble for alternatives. This energy crisis has driven up fuel prices worldwide and accelerated the shift toward renewable energy as nations try to reduce dependency on Russian resources. Countries like Germany have reopened coal plants, while others, like the US, ramped up liquefied natural gas, LNG, exports. The war has fundamentally changed the dynamics of the global energy market. Food security at risk. Ukraine is known as the breadbasket of Europe, being a top exporter of wheat, corn, and sunflower oil. The conflict disrupted planting, harvesting, and shipping, leading to food shortages in countries heavily dependent on Ukrainian exports, like Egypt and Lebanon. Global wheat prices skyrocketed, and nations had to negotiate alternative trade routes. The war revealed just how vulnerable global food supply chains are to regional conflicts. A surge in military spending. The war reignited concerns over national security, pushing countries to increase defense budgets. NATO countries, especially those near Russia, have committed billions to modernizing their armies. Even traditionally neutral countries like Finland and Sweden moved closer to NATO. This surge in military spending has bolstered defense industries but diverted funds from other areas like healthcare and infrastructure. Global inflation and economic strain. The sanctions on Russia and disrupted supply chains have contributed to rising inflation worldwide. Energy and food prices spiked, hitting lower-income nations the hardest. Central banks around the world have raised interest rates in response, slowing down economies and increasing the risk of a global recession. Economic realignment. The war has forced countries to rethink trade alliances. Russia, facing sanctions from the West, has turned to countries like China and India for trade. Meanwhile, the European Union has sought new energy partnerships with nations like Qatar and the US. This economic realignment is reshaping global power structures and alliances, potentially setting the stage for a more divided global economy. Technological and cybersecurity challenges. The war has also underscored the importance of cybersecurity and tech independence. Ukraine faced numerous cyber attacks, and the West has ramped up efforts to protect digital infrastructure. Additionally, sanctions on Russia have highlighted the risks of over-reliance on a single nation for critical technologies like semiconductors. The war in Ukraine is a stark reminder of how interconnected the global economy is. From energy and food to military spending and trade alliances, the ripple effects are felt everywhere. It has accelerated some trends, like the transition to renewable energy and increased defense spending, while exposing vulnerabilities in global supply chains. Ultimately, the world economy is adapting to this new reality, but the process is neither easy nor without significant costs. How nations navigate these challenges will shape the global economy for years to come.